Most musicals I've seen in my life have been really boring to me for 4 main reasons. This musical is going to do those 4 things differently so that I can maybe sleep at night. I'm far from finished, but one of the songs is completely recorded, shot, and edited, so you will see that by the end of this video. This project could redefine what a musical is, or I could just make a fool out of myself. We will see. First big problem I have with musicals: a lot of them are done for the money and not the glory. They should be done for the glory. This is especially true for a Disney musical because they have to be marketable toward a wide audience, so they follow a very cookie cutter format that's predictable and it brings in money, and that's cool. Money's fucking awesome, man. And there are some that have been really interesting despite this constraint. There are really creative individuals behind these productions. They're just being shackled by this need to turn a profit. They can't take big risks. The studios don't allow them to take big risks. The main thing that bothers me is the music, and I get it, these movies are supposed to be made for kids, and that's fine. It needs to be family friendly, but a lot of the time it just sounds like a millennial mom's "now that's what I call music" CD. You know what I'm saying? There's so much potential there for the art format that is the musical, and it's just not being grabbed because no one has the freedom to grab it. A lot of people say artists should be paid more. I almost think the opposite. I feel like they shouldn't get paid jack shit because it gets in the way. So this musical I'm working on has no goal of turning a profit. Maybe I'd like to break even. Even that, I don't care that much. I'm gonna take as long as I want to make it perfect. I'm gonna take as many risks as I want. A lot of people probably won't like it. You watching this video, you might not like this musical, and that's okay, because if you make art for everyone, you're making art for no one. This YouTube channel is where I make my money. This is where I conform to the capitalist world with the flashy thumbnails and all the tricks I do for audience retention that you're not really noticing right now, but I'm doing them. Why do you think I haven't shown you the musical yet? Because you're gonna keep watching until I do, and YouTube will give me a big hug in the form of more views for keeping people watching longer. So no conformity to capitalism with this musical. But my solution to problem number 1 introduces a new problem. Problem number 2, the Broadway musicals I've seen have come across as trying way too hard to be artsy. Now, I haven't seen many of these types of musicals, so if anybody watching in the comments, please let me know if I'm wrong here. It seems they're trying way too hard to be different, and it's in your face, and it can be kind of cringy, at least for my taste. If you have a different taste, that's fine. For any of this, what I'm saying. Just never seen a musical where people are just trying to vibe and be cool and make some cool shit. They're either not giving enough of a fuck about what they're making, or they're trying way too hard. Like I said, there's so much potential here, and the area between not trying hard enough and trying too hard is completely unexplored, with some very notable exceptions. So for this musical, I'm going to try my absolute best to just make it fun and make it enjoyable. Find that sweet spot. I don't want this shit to sound like a slam poem. This shit ain't gonna sound like a slam poem. A lot of the musicals I've loved the most, you've never seen because they were done by theater kids at my high school or at a local college or some shit, because they're just a group of people that are having fun making something that is enjoyable. But we still have another big problem we haven't talked about yet. Problem number 3. Think about all of the music that exists on this planet, the broad range that we have, all of the different genres, and then think about all of the music that you hear in musicals. There are so many genres of music that are being left out of the format that is the musical. It's almost as if the music that appears in musicals is its own genre of itself. Like, you can tell just by hearing it a lot of the time that this song was made for a musical. This is big no-no for me. I take umbrage with this. Severe umbrage. Where's the folk music? Where's the emo rock music? Where's the hyperpop, the digicore, the SoundCloud rap? Where's the underground indie music, funk music, blues music? There's so many unexplored territories in musicals. There's so much frontier. It's pissing me off. Why hasn't anybody done it? Maybe they have done it, and I just haven't watched enough musicals because I'm a fucking dilettante, because I'm a piece of shit. But you can be damn well sure that I'm giving a lot of different genres a shot. They deserve their place in the sun. This is what I'm most excited about for this project. I'm so excited for this. Imagine some fucked up shit happens in the story and a guy just busts out an electric guitar and just starts fucking shredding an emo rock ballad for 3 minutes. The very idea might be making you want to click away from the video. That's the point, bitch. This isn't for everyone. We still got one more problem to deal with though, and it might be the one that pisses me off the most. A lot of Broadway musicals, I would say, the 2 or 3 that I've seen, are too music heavy, man. You gotta have a good mix. Dialogue, scenes, and music. Gotta have a good mix. I think this is the one thing that Disney gets right. They have a good mix of action and music. You can't have just music. I guess you can, but it's not my style, man. It's just not my style. The thing about the Disney musicals, they really don't have enough music. They only have, say, 5 songs in the whole thing on average. Would I be wrong in saying that? I want to have more than 5 songs. I want to have like fucking 10 songs in there. So this shit might need to be long as hell. Disney movies are usually what, 90 minutes? This shit might be 2.5 hours. It might be 3 hours. I don't know. As long as I need to get a good mix between song and action and get enough songs in there, it should be enough to fill an album. And crucially, have the whole song in there, not cut off the song after a minute and a half. I want the bread and butter. I want the meat and potatoes, not just the meat, not just the potato. I want the whole meal. I want the whole nourishment. I will make a promise, a vow, this very moment. I will give you the full nourishment that a musical must provide. Song and dance, action, a story, a beautiful narrative. Unfortunately, I do not have any scenes shot yet. I need more actors and shit for that. But as promised, I have an entire song recorded and shot for the musical that has the story in it. It's a bluesy funk song called The Dump. It'll be the first song in the musical. I don't know if it'll be in the very beginning. I'm going to show you about 30 seconds of it, but you can actually watch the full thing if you want to. I don't really care. It's on the YouTube channel for my band, The Guide Dogs. I'll put it in the description. Shit took me 6 months. This is what I did in the 6 months. The guitar in this song was played on this very guitar that you saw in the thumbnail. Vocals recorded into this very microphone. Before I go, my name is Luke. This channel is called Castles in the Air because I have a lot of ambitions that I might never actually achieve. So it's like building a castle in the sky with no foundation. Now that I've got that out of the way, I am more than happy to present to you The Dump. 5, 4, 3, 2.